Okay, folks, welcome to another episode of Frankie Fix It. Today we have a 2009 Hyundai Sonata, and we have another switch problem. We think it is. So when you try to open up the gas lid, the fuel tank filler lid, there's a little button down here. You push it, and you're supposed to hear the lid open. And you can see back there by the tank, it's not opening. There is an emergency release in the trunk, but that is not going to be convenient. So I've already started taking the door off here on this one. That's in another video we did. So what you'll do is you take the door off. You can pry this thing off and went out the door, but it's really kind of difficult. So I got in behind there and pried this off. It just snaps into the door. So what we're going to do is either isolate that the switch is bad, or the solenoid on the rear end is faulty. That's one of the two things that could be bad with this. So what we're going to do is just jump out this switch and see if that lid opens in the back. That'll tell us if it's the switch or if it's the solenoid in the back. Alright, so we're just going to jump out these two wires on the bottom. There's a red, black. Just make sure there's no fumes around. And just jump those out and look in the back, and it opens. So that tells us that this switch is not working. So we're going to replace this switch in here to get this working again. So with the switch out, before you order the switch, if you're inclined, you might as well just take a shot since the switch could probably be bad. You can come in here where the switch terminals are and clean it with some contact cleaner. You spray it in there and scrape these terminals off. This had a lot of corrosion on it, and I scraped them off. Both sides, they were black, and put it back together and press it and see if it works. In this case it didn't, so these are shot. These terminals, maybe they're worn. So we're just going to go ahead and replace the switch. So we're going to take the door off. There's a bunch of screws here, so there's one here by the handle, so you're going to pop this cover off carefully. And then there's a screw in here. We're going to take that guy out. And there's a couple of screws here where they have a cover also. You're going to pop those off. Take these couple of screws out here and here. And then we have another one in the armrest itself. You're going to pop this cover off carefully again. And there's a screw down in there with a washer on it. And you're going to take that one out. And then there's two underneath here. You're going to take these guys out. These are uncovered. There's one there and one there. Take those off. And then there's another one here on the side with a pop cover. I'm going to pop that off and remove that screw. And then we're going to take this whole door cover off. You're going to pull up on it and out and very carefully hold it. And we're going to take the harnesses off, disconnect those before we do anything. And also we need to pry this guy off very carefully, this cover for this upper speaker, if you have one on yours, with the pry bar on here. Okay. Alright, so we got the panel loosened from the door, and there's four harnesses here. Hold it up on the bottom with your other hand and unplug these. Just remember where they go. Unplug, push in, and pull out. There's a tab on these. You're going to push in and pull out. Some of them are pretty rough to get out. Like that one. We're going to have to mess with these a little bit, so we'll get these four out and then pull the panel off. Alright, so here's our new switch. There's the part number. I'll leave a link in the comments where you can get it. Like always, that U7, the last two digits of the color, so some of these are a little different. This is like a grayish one. So the new one has a little slot there where it slides in where the connector is. So what you do, you take the old one out over here after you already popped it loose, and you're going to slide this, let's see, forward, and it'll come off of that track, and then you slide the new one on the other way. Okay. Onto the track. Should be a lot easier than this. Slide that onto the track, and then that's going to go in the hole where the old one came out of. Actually, we're going to have to mount it back the other way. Feed it through the other side. Feed it through the front side of the door. Through the hole. And then slide this guy onto the track. And then this harness will plug back in there with the rest of the other three. Alright? So when you plug that harness in there for the switch, I always like to check it before I put everything back together, just in case, you know, it didn't work, whatever. So with that plugged in, we'll just try before we connect the door back up. And you can see it works. Very good.